All right, so in our 2-4, one thing we didn't cover was transition and getting defense on. Now, from a ride, we can actually work into a substitution rhythm, and it's really cool because once we've settled into a zone and they see that, they're going to slow their roll and try to create lanes where these middies come up and off, right? Now, in this scenario, if this guy jumps off already, you should follow so that we can go, so that we can get an LSM on, not just go, but we can get an LSM on, okay? So regardless, middies, if your guy subs off on this shot made, offensive middies, including you know, just follow your guy off. This far side midi is going to be the last guy off the field, and chances are they're not going to pull all their middies just like we don't, okay? But they may throw their LSM off real fast, and so offensive midi that had the LSM, just follow him off, and we'll get our LSM on against their offensive midi, and we'll go from there. If not, if it's not a quick transition on their part, a quick substitution, and they settle into this where they're trying to create some passes for short sticks, offensive midi that's nearest the substitution box, as he's breaking into his position in the 2-4, just come off the field and LSM will come on to take your spot. Okay. Now, as that's happening, LSM is going to continue to crash over and quickly bump this offensive midi over. Hopefully you understand how that works. So LSM coming on, he's going to start to talk to his guy and create a little extra zone here. Our weak spot at this point is this pole, but hopefully he's been looking away, and we just need to transition this offensive midi over to this side of the field so we have our LSM in the middle of the field. Okay, so LSM, you should be able to find your way in. That's just communication on your part. If the play's really heavy over here already, right, and so they're finding this guy, or he's running that way, or this defensive middies caught the ball and you're running on, just pick him up, right? This is where we play smart lacrosse, not just do what coaches say. So play smart lacrosse, pick him up. If he starts to bump back over, then you follow, and then we send our other offensive midi over. Offensive midi, if you find yourself and they're still struggling to get the ball up and we can sneak you off, we want to sneak you off and get the D-mid on, and really that leaves us just one offensive midi on the far side. Offensive midi on this far side, don't worry about coming off yet, okay? When you come off is when you're when they pull off one final guy or we're in a yellow situation. This will most likely be an assignment to one of our offensive middies on each line, that they go over there, and it will be the one that we think is going to give us the best energy on defense if they have to play the entire next possession on defense and we can't get our other D-midi on. So that is how we utilize the 2-4 to not only create traps, but then we can utilize it to get our LSM on while the ball's still trying to be settled into an actual clear, and then potentially get a second defensive presence on by seeing the offensive midi bump over, LSM bump in, and D-mid, bump in, and D-mid bump on as he comes off.